Good morning. This is the very first episode of Encouragement Only, an auditory version to my Substack newsletter, created for those who have a hard time reading the computer or lack time and would like to hear it read to them. I want this to be a breath of fresh air and a word of encouragement. I'd like to come alongside you with some practical tips and good things I'm learning every day. 2024 will prove to be an interesting year. I encourage you to focus on mind, body, soul, spirit, all of which are really bundled into what makes you wonderful. And remember, only you can be the best you. Set your intentions, and when time allows, pursue them. When time is limited, relax. Spirit. Many interchange soul and spirit, and some have distinct opinions on which is which. For me, what sends your spirit soaring? A mountaintop view? An exceptional piece of music? A painting? A child's face? And as we are as different as where the molecules of water are in this vast ocean, our preferences differ. I will share what inspires me, art lessons, travel, and stories of humanity. Some very simple things I love: a good cup of coffee, a walk with a friend, sunshine, people watching, getting to know a city, especially Paris, and sketching it all. Soul. Uplifting words are important to us all, and they come from a range of sources, from the Bible to many of my favorite authors. My nightstand is stacked with works by many. We all need to hear good, uplifting words. Some of my very favorite authors include Madeleine L'Engle, Frances Mays, Louisa May Alcott, John Baxter, and James Bryan Smith. Mind. What are you pursuing? I can say that I'm trying to learn French, but it is a challenge, and I'm not practicing as I should. And I believe, bottom line, we do what we want to. So what do you really want to learn? Body. For now, I'm encouraging anything that keeps you moving and breathing. Author guru Julia Cameron, in The Artist's Way, suggests walking to keep the creative mind flowing. Daily, I am reminded of the difficult paths for many. My own childhood was very blessed. However, my career as a teacher of at-risk high school students, friendships, and conversations with people from many circumstances ground my perspective. My future posts and letters are going to include how to set up your painting palette, my favorite day in Paris, LA stories such as the legacy left by artists such as my mother and my uncle, my recent interview with Shout Out LA. And make sure you stay for segment 2, Your Creative Heritage. Some of my favorite painters include Henri Matisse, Pierre Bonnard, Pablo Picasso, and John Singer Sargent. Soul. Uplifting words come from the Bible to many favorite authors. We all need an uplift. I enjoy a wide range of literature, and my nightstand is stacked with works by diverse authors. Some of my favorite authors include Madeleine L'Engle, Frances Mays, Louisa May Alcott, John Baxter, and James Bryan Smith. Mind. What are you pursuing? I can say that I am trying to learn French, but it's a challenge, and I'm not practicing as I should. I believe, bottom line, we do what we want to. So what do you really want to learn? Body, for now, I encourage anything that keeps you breathing. Author, guru, Julia Cameron advises in The Artist's Way, walking to keep the creative mind flowing. I am reminded daily of the very difficult paths for many. My own childhood was very blessed. However, my career teaching at-risk high school students, friendships and conversations with people in many circumstances grounds my perspective. Future posts and podcasts will include instructions on how to set up your paint palette, my favorite day in Paris, Los Angeles stories, the legacies left by artists such as my mother and uncle, my recent interview with Shout Out LA, and more. What is your creative heritage? Recently, a great many changes have taught us to look beyond our small communities to the larger global picture. We are interwoven. Earlier this year, I was invited to participate in a local art exhibit, Faces and Friends, with 8 other Joshua Tree artists. I realize my choices reflect a composite of who we are, no matter what part of the world we live in. I included portraits of my mother, our daughter, an older, wiser artist, a very talented musician, and a lovely friend. It made me realize and ponder we need each other. Past generations and ancestors, our children, nieces, nephews, future generations, artists, older voices who can offer sage advice. How have the voices in your life influenced your vision? What are your first memories of creativity? Did family or friends invent and inspire? How did these talents and skills help you to understand beauty? Did color sharpen your intellect? Did your body move with music? Did you dance when you painted? Did beauty lift your spirit? Did joy lift your soul? Today, what are your passions? Dreams of travel? A desire to learn a new art form or skill? I have promised to share in my future podcasts and Substack newsletters a little bit about painting workshops and lesson plans. Oh, that sounds too academic. I'd like to share the fun of getting to know our goals as we begin painting. When you begin a new activity, yoga, baseball, a knitting project, what are your goals? You don't have to know each step, but your general reason for coming to the yoga mat, a baseball park, a basket with your yarn and needles. What is your intention? To see? To draw? To learn to mix colors? What is it that draws you to paint the desert, the coast, the mountains, a vase of flowers? Or what draws you to paint at all? Do you hope to express yourself, to record a moment in time? Do you view painting as a soothing, restorative activity? Or do you just want to get on with it and mix colors and create something pleasant on a canvas? Do you experience the tactile joy of the materials, the pencils, the brushes, the surface of your canvas or paper. I ask participants in my workshops to set an intention for our time together. Painting is a practice. When you show up to play, your brain becomes familiar with a pattern of activities and motions. I encourage you to complete the following statement. I came here today with the intention of, and you fill in that blank. Then we began the play, not work, of getting to know more about paint, composition, color, techniques, and fun topics that arise from being in community. This week, as you ponder these questions, begin to collect supplies for your intended activity. We all need the beauty of calm, kindness. We need a moment to be still, to ponder. Give yourself grace as you consider learning new things or as you walk through tough times. It sounds cliche, but stop, breathe, drink a glass of water. As I write this and as I'm reading it, I am pouring myself a quenching glass of water. Here in the desert, we know how crucial hydration can be, even during the winter. Color. Let color bring you joy today. Wear a scarf, grab a mug, light a candle in your favorite color. Let your body move with music, whether it's Chopin or Earth, Wind, and Fire. Think of something beautiful to lift your spirit. A favorite poem, painting, pet, relationship, memory. What will bring your soul joy? Maybe not just chicken soup. I began this year finding a bit of respite watching All Creatures Great and Small on PBS, and I would encourage you to find something calming such as this. If you've ever been to the Yorkshire Dales, it's breathtaking. The PBS series has sensibility, drama with an uplift. The memoirs of James Herriot are a must in my estimation. My parents adored the 1978 to 1990 TV version, but the new PBS Masterpiece series is excellent. March brings more wind and storms. Cold weather is not my favorite season. However, I am thinking about the sweetness of the carrots that grow in the cold, dark soil and the lovely iris that will bloom after winter. Spring awaits. And in the meantime, remember, often fun does not happen unless you plan it. Plan joy. I would love to hear from you. Comment on my Substack newsletter or at my website, Janis Commentz, and remember the importance of encouragement only.